Hello, how are you doing? Tripsy, I sound it like fucking, I'm telling you, I'm going to start muting your mic back there until I get you on, do you know what I mean? But you're a fucking wank. Anyway, so I was going to sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. I was like, hello, how are we? What he's up to? How he's doing? How's everybody doing? Let's bring in the wonderful Ronnie Clark. What you doing?
I was gonna pause. I'm tired again.
Yeah, I was fucking tired.
Right. So I want to start talking. Right. I want you, because this morning, hi Christina. This morning when you sent me a message, I deliberately never. Right, we're not going to speak to you today. When we were talking this morning, right? You sent me a message because you were panicking. So tell everybody what happened. Hi, Sean.
So my sister will be like that. Happens all the time. Of course, obviously I do psychic medium, and obviously because I've been reading a lot of cards lately, I've been doing a lot of card readings more, and I've been doing comedy. Do you know what I mean? So my if you want to say my development's bigger, so I'm more open and in tune. So I went to sleep last night. I hadn't even thought about you. I'm not saying that I could think about you before I go to my bed, so that can't be the thing, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because you're a scud book. But anyway, so I dreamt that Ronnie was in a corner of a room, right? And do you remember, guys, the film Ghost? And when the bad guy gets killed, the big dark souls come out with that horrible haunting noise and drag him away to hell. But these were standing right round Ronnie, and Ronnie was just sitting there going, "Can I do this? I need help." And you were just staring at me like that dead stare, like there was a zombie stare. And I fucking just sat bolt right up my bed. I'm fucking hell, I need to text Ronnie. He must not be in a good place. And then I obviously text Ronnie and says, fuck's sake, you don't need to be psychic to know that. I'm not in a good place any day.
It was the equivalent of going, hello. Somebody asked for
So then Ronnie then thought he would send me and remind me of that noise in Ghost when they were dragging the guy to hell. That bit in the film still disturbs me.
It's when the worst one, seeing that film, they were fucking terrifying. And do you know what the worst one was? When they came and got Willie, remember the black guy?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the lane and he was looking about and they just come up the lane and grab him and see the sound they made. Hi Shan, it was that horrible sound, wasn't it?
If you're spiritual, the best way to explain the realms and how I see them, would be, have you ever seen, it's a Robin Williams, Robin Williams, is that right? Doesn't sound right. Aye, Robin Williams that died. Aye, the comedian and actor. He did, What Dreams May Come?
I don't know. I know that. Was he in that film?
Aye, he was the husband in it, and she killed herself.
Right.
Because he died. Or it was the other way around about. I can't remember, or she went to get her. I can't remember, but it shows you hell, and it shows you heaven, and it shows you the realms in between. And to me, that film depicts what I visualise it actually is. Like the new, if I've tapped back into my spirituality, I don't care how cracked I sound. Because see, before I tapped into my spirituality, I was ready for suicide. So my spirituality helped me get back to where I was. So what I tell people is, you don't need to believe it, but don't tell me it's not real, because if you tell me it's not real, then I'm as good as putting myself out this world. Do you know what I mean?
No, you can't. You can't tell people what they believe and what they feel isn't real, because then that's you telling people their feelings aren't real, and you can't do that. That's you telling people that your feelings mean more than somebody else's, and that's not right. You can't do that.
I was working. What?
It's Nicky Wilson's birthday. How old are you, Nicky? Why not asking?
Why is he here?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It's just the first shit that comes out, innit? I'm just interested. Nicky, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nicky, darling. So I was away working with kids with No, I wouldn't say they all had issues, but you know, they've not had the right path in that. I've been up
Globally,
to a group.
that's
Up
what
to, what?
you say. Globally delayed. That's when you if it's. Well, do you know what? Actually, it was.
What does globally? Does that mean? Does that mean mental? No, it's no. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Issues.
No, but I'm saying that it's nothing to do with you.
No, I mean kids that have got into crime and they've got into drugs early on.
Oh, wee bastards.
How? I was one of them wee bastards.
I was no. What you suggest I said? I used to say I was working with some wee bastards a day.
I can't because they informed me that some of their ma's watch me, so I need to be careful what I'm fucking saying.
Imagine it going like that. My mum watches you. She's watching.
No, they all knew it. More or less, all of them knew who I was, apart from a couple of the boys. But all the lassies, like, as soon as I came in, was like, "Oh, Dee!" And it was good, but because it was good because I did it for the point. I'm not shouting at Wayne's telling them that drugs are bad and drugs are this, and at the end of the day, I'm just saying, look at me.
No, you can't do that. But I'd imagine you would say, see if you say, "Oh, what happened?" They were like, "I petrol bombed a shop." They would tell you they'd done it on a Wednesday night between 9 and 10, or a Sunday between 10 and 11, because they knew their ma was busy. My ma was watching your show, so it smashed a window.
But no, it was good though. It was good too because I told them all about obviously my past trauma and told about all the different things and what drugs, the things that I'd done. And I said, listen, I wouldn't be the comedian without the drugs, but I also wouldn't have PTSD, anxiety, fucking paranoia and fucking depression. So, you know, take your pick. What one do you want? You know what I mean?
Do you know what, right? Drugs actually helped me sometimes.
No, I totally agree with that, but I think it's abuse. It's when it gets into the abusive circle, and I mean, we can have the debate. We can have the debate about cannabis, right? Cannabis can be either seen as medicinal, or it can be seen as giving you schizophrenia if you're a boy. Do you know what I mean? But I personally, with my anxiety, as you all know, I admitted it. I ended up smoking grass as soon as they said that we were all going to die. I moved my ex in and bought an ounce. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, what I fucking die, I'm dying stoned and shagged. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that seems like ages ago, doesn't it?
Aye, it seems like a lifetime ago. 2020 is going to be done as the longest year in history. And then you've got people like my sister saying, well, 2021, look what hit's got in store for us with all these leaked things. How about you fuck off, Shell? I actually woke up in a good mood. You know what I mean?
What happened there was, right, you were talking about generalities and then you just aimed it at somebody. So what happened there? Anyway, get back to this fucking dream. Then after I sent you the ghost, it's a horrible sound, isn't it? When I sent you that, right? Remind me to tell you about heaven as well when I'm finished here. When I sent you that, you said to me, what was it? You were interpreting the dream, and that's what was it you said? You're right, there's stuff going on in your life. What happens in a dream when you can't talk? What's that?
It's a communication barrier. It's the same when you're in a dream. Do you know that way when you're trying to punch somebody in a dream when you can't connect it?
Know what happens to me in a lot of dreams, right? You're right in front of me, and I'm fucking throwing everything I've got, and it just goes through your face. Just can't.
So that's held back, pent up aggression, and it means that you've got something to say or you've got something to deal with that you've no dealt with, and every time you go to deal with it, you miss it.
Or every time I go to see it, you shout at me. Maybe I get away and I'm raging in my dream, going like, fucking slow motion punches, missing you. There's nothing worse than a.
You can't say you've dreamt about punching me in the face because it'd be the only fucking time you would get away with it, you fucking idiot.
Single time I talk to you, I imagine it. What about in a dream when you're trying to run? It's fucking hopeless. It's the worst, isn't it?
Oh, you're trying to run upstairs for the bogeyman. I mean, it was when I watched Teen Wolf. Remember Teen Wolf?
Oh, aye. Oh, God.
And I loved it. But see, in my dream, I dreamt that his dad turned bad and came and get me, and I was always running up my mum's stairs. And my mum's ex-husband, he and his infinite wisdom. Remember the banisters you used to get at the top of the stairs?
Aye.
Kind of like in the council houses, you have banisters, and you'd walk round them. And his infinite wisdom, he just cut them off.
Aye, so you could, aye, what, aye.
You could go down the stairs without really thinking about it. You know what I mean?
I've seen people.
Or me and Michelle could be arguing, and Michelle would be flinging a fucking big, huge can of hairspray, and my mum was coming up the stairs. If there was a banister there, it wouldn't have hit my mum, and Michelle wouldn't get a kicking. You know, things like that. So I was running up the stairs, and I was trying to get, but it means that it's problems, it's unsolved problems that are coming to get you, and you're trying to run away from them, and you can't get away from them. That's what that dream means.
I've done Freud and all that. This is all Freud. Gemma pisses the bed, look.
Gemma, I used to do it all the time when I was wee. My mum used to think there was something wrong with me. She'd always ask me, but I actually used to dream that I was on the toilet, and then I'd wake up and I was soaking and shite myself because it wasn't the parenting you've got now. My mum would fucking kick fuck at you to make you pee yourself again.
Hold on, but you confused the issue there, right? You said I used to wake up and I'd peed and then I'd shite myself, and I was thinking, hang on a minute.
Well, the shiting myself was metaphorically speaking.
I would wake up and I'd piss. I just thought, I might as well.
Just fucking shite myself.
Just finish this off. Listen, we have all been there. See the dreams where you think you're in the toilet, you see the horribleness of waking up and going, oh no.
Obviously, I've never done it in my adulthood, but I've got plenty of pals that do it. I've got one pal that every time he stays, and I'm like, do you want to just sleep in the flare? Because I don't want my couch touched again.
Do you want, excuse me, there's a plastic bag, just in you go, and then we'll tie it around your waist, night.
Aye. Well, you know, it was my pal Janice. As I was away at her caravan, and she knew my dad well. That's how I got to know Janice. Janice is a wee bit older than me, but I became friendly with her. But she was my dad's pal when he was alive. And one of the first stories she told me, she said, I loved your dad, but when I think it, the only thing my biggest memory of him is coming to stay. And then I would get up in the morning, Ken, and your dad would stay because I could smell the Rita pish because he was trying to dry it on the fire.
There's nothing worse. All right, Marilyn Ferguson.
And I'm thinking only a guy would fucking take a fucking cushion covered in pish and try and dry it without washing it.
Aye, no, right. You know what's happening there? There's no time. It's like the scene of the crime, right? He's just like, if I get this, we'll get that away. And then later on,
she's from Donegal.
A day or so later, then you'll go, what's that smell? And then you'll think, he's pissed the cushion. But he's no there. He's gone. So you don't feel the same embarrassment. He's just wanting to, I don't want that embarrassment of getting caught. I remember pissed to bed. I remember I was young and I pissed to bed at my pal's house, three Stewarts. And I remember this. This is what I can remember. Right? I can hear the sibilances, ma saying he pissed to bed. And she was in the next room. I can remember that. She whispered it to her man, and I was like, oh no, man. I woke up for it. And she went, pissed to bed. And I just heard, oh, Dee runs upstairs to get her kids. They're shouting upstairs. I don't know what's going on.
No, one of the pups was greeting.
Oh, look at you, right off your fucking arse to go and help the pups. Look at that wee face. Ball bag. Look at it's looking right. No way, it's fucking looking into my soul. Hey. You. Oh, it's couching. Hey, Jesus.
Couching.
Having the time of that. I remember that. I remember I saying, pissed to bed. Deeply embarrassing. Even now.
I remember my mum saying, she only gets to stay with family because they can. She pishes the bed.
Yeah, I love it. Here's a thing though, right? But you get older people, guys especially, who drink, right? And see that, I was just about to say this, Julie. I remember having psychosis and all that, and I was like, obviously I was away with the gear. I was trying to get cleaned up, and I used to drink a lot, and it was nuts. And then I remember like waking up, my cousins, you were in a cupboard, you were peeing in a cupboard because you thought you were in the toilet. But I
remember one time, I wasn't sleeping, but I remember one time, I was sleeping. What I meant was, it was nothing to do with pissing, but I remember one time I was full of eckies and I was working the next day, and I should have stopped taking eckies a wee bit earlier than what I did. But I went to my bed thinking, I thought I went to my bed for a sleep so that I'd set my alarm, but when I set my alarm, I fell out the wardrobe when I went off.
Right, you set your alarm and you fucking what?
So I remember setting my alarm to go to my bed for work.
Right.
But when my alarm went off, I jumped and fell out the wardrobe, so I'd obviously went to sleep. But the thing is, even in the wardrobe, I had a quilt and a pillow in it, so I must have taken my quilt and pillow into the wardrobe.
Do you know?
I was saying, my mum said, I know, she used to tell everybody as a joke. She went, "Aye, I went to bed with a Shih Tzu because the dog Gizmo was a Shih Tzu." She's like, "I went to bed with a Shih Tzu and I woke up and there was a fucking Great Dane in the dog bed."
Jesus, do you know what see to this day, right? You ever get that one, you know, the wee guy, maybe you would see something on the chair at night and it would just look fucking evil. See to this day, I'm still terrified of putting my feet out my bed.
Aye, I don't like that. My feet have got to be covered, the bed monsters are coming. Oh.
Look at him, he says, why he's like me and all. I hate having my feet out the bed and all. I don't quite my feet, although they're inside this bag of skin somewhere. Look at you, Dee.
He just likes attention, he's quite needy.
Is that Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew. Oh! Look at the face on it, look at that. You look as if I've just shaved my scrotum. He's not happy, look, he's just yawning. Look, what a life. Think about this. That dog just only knows what's happening right now. Doesn't he have any worries about paying bills or anything like that? What a lucky little bastard.
Aye, but then they've got to worry about arseholes that fucking put fireworks off. And I mean, that's why folk have messaged me about buying them, but I'm terrified. I would rather fucking cut my nose off and give them half price to somebody that I knew than get full price to somebody that I don't know. I'm terrified. I don't even think I want to give them away. I don't even think people are messaging me and I want to say fuck off.
I want to do that anyway.
No, but they're sending me.
I've got Pauline McClyment says to me, Ronnie, I get banned for Facebook.
Oh, there's Doggo Dynasty Raw. That's why my dog's looks are good. Because of their food.
No, it's fun. What?
The dog is handsome and as gorgeous and as healthy as this. Doggo Dynasty and fucking Stevenson Industrial Estate. They're brand new and the stuff's brilliant. There you go. There's a wee plug. Sure you love it.
Do you remember, what was the name of the wee dog we used to whistle on? It had 5 pups.
Oh, how's that?
I seen it earlier on. Maybe we used to whistle on the wee dog in here.
Aye.
Don't whistle now because that means it'll stand up and it's guts.
No, don't, because it's a mother now. It needs its attention to be a mother.
And its big diddies will be rubbing off the carpet. Oh, here we go. There's
fucking Nova's ears just went up there like that. Is he talking about me?
Is he talking about my tits again?
Aye, fucking arsehole. I know what would guys do if women had 8 tits, they wouldn't know what to do.
What would guys do if guys had tits? They would stay in all day.
Aye, they would just sit in and play with them, but then they would take them for granted because they had them.
Just look, it's a debilitator that. Just that's what they should have done. See World War One, right? The Battle of the Somme, and these guys all climbed out of the trenches and they just get mowed down. They used to just get loads of women to take their t-shirts off and walk, and the soldiers would have been. They would have been in what a day. They would have just been like, "What? No shoot! I can't shoot. Look at him."
He just likes to be loved and cuddled, but then they're all at the new ages. If they're nurtured right, it's like they're just so loving and right. Can you stop washing me? I do love you and stop being so cute because I'm going to end up keeping these off.
Well, there you go. You get some saliva on your boobs tonight.
I'll fucking roundhouse you, you fucking dick.
I would love to see what height your foot would be if you roundhoused.
Listen, trust me, it probably over your head, but I'd fucking adjust it for you, stupid.
Like fucking Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse.
I'll tell you, I've got a black belt in Mad Bastard. Where are you going, Andrew, mate?
Where's he going? What's he up to?
He wants to be in at my face. Watch this. He'll just stare at me. Watch this.
Wrap it.
Is it?
I don't know. He's just getting any worries, that wee guy. We'll just wait here, right? We'll just hang about here and wait for you.
I just love them, but I love all my dogs. I fucking hate humans. They're bastards.
I see that thing I put the other day. I said, it was a kind of joke, but all people are cunts, and if you don't believe me, wait till you go to a crowd of people and shout, "Oh, you cunt," and they'll all turn round.
It's like somebody said to me the day, one of the Waynes said to me, "Wow, man, you've done all that, and how did you survive?" I went, "Well, initially drugs, that's why I'm here."
Where can you need to be careful though what you disclose with?
No, I don't want to disclose because these kids don't need to be identified. If they want to identify themselves and say they've met me, then they can do that. But I'm not saying where it was because that's their private shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they were all brand new. There was one wee boy at first. I thought, me and you's not going to go on, mate. You know what I mean? You're going to annoy me. I'm going to want to throw you out in the window in a minute. If you go on that skateboard once more, I'm going to wrap it around your neck, mate. But once I got speaking to him, because they said to me, would you know do youth work or anything like that? I went, no. Because for every 10 ones that you help, there's always a wee fanny that takes it out you. And I fuck that.
Do you want to know a sad truth, Dee? A sad fact about working with youth, because I've done it and still do it to a certain extent, but I've done it hundreds of times. Majority of them, by the time they get to that age, there's a lot of damage done. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible. That's what makes you think about people who just being shit. A lot of damage done to them when they get to a certain age. Kids, it's horrible.
It's hard. That's what I said to them the day. I said, listen, I can see people that tell you can change the fundamental of you. They're lying bastards. Don't listen to them. I says, but you can change how you use your fundamental traits. I says, but you can't. I can't be a maniac that used to kick through doors and then be all love and light and fucking, oh, hello and roses. I says, but I then turned that human that I used to punch fuck out and kick about a road, I made that into boxing gloves and pads. You've got to find your thing that can take out. But this shite that you can completely change if you do that is bullshit. The fundamentals of people don't change once they've been instilled. And that's why between, as you know, the age of 0 to 7, it's very, very fucking important that you nurture that way, right?
Listen, this is going to end up a wee bit too much like work. Don't
Well, I enjoyed it. I was fulfilled. I've not done it for years. I felt as if they listened. I felt as if that some of them could be handled. And I do feel as if some kids, I would have been worse if I hadn't had my behaviour support. Big shout out to Miss Baird and her fucking Dewberry perfume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Ooh.
if I hadn't had Miss Baird, because Miss Baird was the first person that said to me, but you're no bad. You like to kid on you. And I'm thinking, I'll punch you right out your shoes, you fat cow. But she was right.
Stop swearing in front of the dog.
Fuckity fuck.
So anyway, we're moving on from Erickson's stages of development. We'll let fucking sit here psychologising.
What about John Bowlby? You want to talk about him and all?
He's not. Listen, my mate Mark reckons that heaven, he says if heaven's a place, right, it's just got 100 rooms in it, and every one of the rooms is a good memory that you've had, and you just go into a different one every day. That's
what heaven actually, you end up going to the place that you were happiest in and you wanted to be in.
Where would that be?
Well, you're right.
See, they're getting their wee characters about them now, aren't they?
He's hiccuping.
He's hiccuping.
Look.
I can see him. I can see him jumping. Right, so where's your heaven? 100 rooms. Where is it?
But there's 7 realms. There's a bottom realm. It's too hard to go through. There's different elements. There's different levels of enlightenment. There's different levels of angels.
I never asked you that. I said to you, one room and that's your heaven. What's in the room?
What's in the room? No cunt but me.
Just you and all quiet, no music, nothing.
Fuck all.
Is Doug letting you handle the pops now?
Aye, she's alright. She's trying to fuck with them now. She's like, get them to fuck.
Here we go. Mark Dunnett wrote Ibrox.
Fucking, I would be fucking phoning up God and going, you fucking put me in the wrong room because that's my idea of fucking hell. Fucking Ibrox.
Why are you so aggressive?
I hate fucking football. I fucking hate Rangers and Celtic with a fucking bastard passion. Oh. Anyway, I wouldn't be going to Ibrox, just saying.
I would go.
My pal get married in Ibrox and I refused to go to her wedding.
Hang on, there's a cracker. Brenda Carmichael Davis in California.
Woo! Put her icon back up. I seen something about Trump.
Good on her. The lassie's sticking up. She's voting for what she believes. Fair play.
What did that mean?
What do you mean?
Pence?
Aye, Pence is running as the vice president. Is Pence, isn't he? and Donald Trump's the president, so she's voting for Trump. There you go.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you've not really got much of a choice because the other guy's a fucking idiot.
they're all idiots. No, like
he's a fucking big idiot.
Do you know what that's like in America when you see it? Somebody said it's like there's a full shit curry, right? And then there's a half shit curry. But you've got to eat one of them. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter who you vote for.
Margaret, pipe down, hen.
Margaret's shouting about on you go, Dee. Aye, it doesn't put food on your table unless you're gambling. I wonder where she is in California.
Of course she did, Donna. Of course she did.
But married, and where do you get married? Inside the stadium?
Aye, my pal get married on the pitch.
What do you make of the two idiots this morning? Huh? They took their wedding photos and they took them on a railway. On a railway line.
Why?
Exactly. And they're getting shit for it. They went and got married and they got their wedding photos. Two of them standing on a railway line as if it's like a train to come.
Of course they get shit for it because that's how my dad died. He get killed by a train.
Wait a minute. Do you mind talking about this? We're about Snorkel, California.
No, it's been 39 years. I don't mind talking about it. I was 4.5 months old.
Southern California, is there, Brenda?
On you go, Brenda. I'd love to go to California.
I bet you it's nice and warm from the fires.
I want to go to California. I want to go to Alabama.
Why do I go to Alabama?
Just like the sound of it.
By the way, somebody said murdered any animals this week. I've still got the trauma for the last carry on. Jesus, man. Horrible thing, that. See, killing a deer, it's a horrible thing. It's an awful thing. So it is.
I couldn't. I mean, I've actually... My mum used to think that's when I knew there was something wrong with you. Because somebody would die in the telly and I wouldn't give a fuck, but an animal get injured and even limped, I was greeting.
3 days I didn't sleep for once because we Chunky, the wee guy fell up here years ago. They used to take the eggs out the nest and blow them. You know, they put a hole in it and they blow the stuff out the eggs and then keep the eggs. That's what it was called, blowing eggs. And I saw them doing it once in a blackbird's nest room up the field up there. And my mum says I didn't sleep for days. It pure fucking annoyed me.
No wonder, that bastards.
I hate people doing that. See, the people that do that with the eggs. Yeah. Moira's dog get hit with a train. All right.
Fucking hell. How the fuck was that waiting in the train? Where was it gone?
Do you know what, though? Would it not be hard unless you meant it? Do you know what I mean?
No, my dad wasn't suicide. My dad was taking a shortcut and his lace got caught in the line. And he had a black...
No, that's just the... No, that's the fucking plot to a horror movie or a thriller.
It was the inquest that told my mum, because so many people had told so much shit, do you know what I mean, and said this, and folk used to tell me that his body was at one end of the railway track, and it just actually went right over the top of his head. But
just let me get this is that picture of the scene, right? Camera floats down, it's a running shot, it's dark. Possibly.
Right, remember, this is still my dad, though, so let's be careful how much we go into this, right?
Your dad, this is a plot. Possibly raining, dark, camera comes down. There's a guy, I've got him in my head, he's had a couple of beers.
Probably some fucking illegal substances too.
A couple of beers, couple of joints. He's walking, right? See you later, guys. Everyone's, oh, hey, oh, bastard, fish supper. He walks through. There's nothing, it's a quiet night, wee bit of rain. You can hear the electricity off the railway lines. He goes to walk across the railway line. The lines go shunt. His lace is loose on his Clarks. He wears Clarks. Catches his lace and he drops his fish supper. He's like, oh, and then he hears it. He hears the trains come along that line, and then he goes to fall. He falls out, and the train goes over him. Is this what we're saying? That's right. Yeah.
The inquest said that my dad, he didn't see him because he had a black hood up. But my dad tried to pull his foot, and as he's trying to pull his foot, he's just come run. But the inquest said it would have been that quick. My dad wouldn't have had a chance to get scared. It'd have happened that quick. Do you know what I mean? I was only 4.5 months old when he died. So my mum always goes, what annoys me, folk will go, how long's Big Rab dead now? And she'll go, what age are you?
That's how she judges it.
I'll be like 39. Oh, he's 39 years dead in September then.
That's amazing. She has to. That's amazing, right? She uses that. She uses you as a conduit of death. How old are you? Because that's how I remember your dad's deed. Right, thanks, Dee. So you just get wait on it. Obviously, you're a wee lassie. Wait a minute. How old are you, Dee? I'm 11. It's 11 years now. She's great, and just leave her. She's all right. She hates it.
She's all right. She'll be all right once it gets to 39 years.
I wish she could in the fucking railway line where there's loose places loose.
No, but she did often tell me to go and play with the fucking buses and electricity, but she stopped telling me to do that because I used to ask her where they fucking were.
I'm
fucking, because my mum always did. She hated me because she would shout things like, put the telly on, and I'd be like, Disney fit me.
Look, here's it, right? I need to say this, right, guys. I need to say this. There's a lot of people in these wee things. That's horrific. Oh no, Ronnie, stop and all that. Dee, I'm sorry. That's very sad. You're a strong woman, Dee. People need to remember. Look, shush, it's Dee's daddy.
No, but Ronnie, they were probably seen in my eyes. I was struggling, mate, when you were talking about it. I was struggling a wee bit.
Here's the thing, right? My ma's did an all right, and that's one of my sources of humour.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, Dee. You've been.
No, I tend to, my source of humour is my dad. My source of humour is my alive mum because I like to feel the full impact of it.
But there's absolutely nothing anybody could say to me that would get me upset about that. Because I just rinse it for jokes. I know. But I do that so I don't need to face it. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
No shit. It's got to be a joke, man.
I know, but they're all just sitting watching, going, look at him fucking just step by step talking about how her father died. Know what I mean? And he's thinking that she's not going to be affected when she's sitting there going, fuck up, you fucking wee dickhead. But then, I was thinking that, and that's why you continued, because that's the kind of sick friendship that we've got.
Right, but you knew what I was doing, and it's funny. I enjoyed it.
I know you did, you wee prick, but I'll get you back for that. There's voice notes coming your way. It has an impact, but you're helping people see there's hope and a wee bit of humour. Exactly, David. You're right.
Listen, mate, as deaths go, that's one of the most interesting ones there is. You know what I mean? That's fucking right. There's a right big story in that. Aye,
it gets boring, but after so many years, because it gets boring, folk going, how did he die?
I know, but then you get mine. But your ma died, I go, she died, stroke. Boring.
Shut up, don't need to kill.
That, I was saying, why? Oh, sorry to hear that. Why? Why are you sorry to hear my mum? You never met her. So what's making you sorry? Did you kill her?
I know, like, my mum would do with family as well. She'd go, such and such a funeral, you'll need to go. I went, I didn't even fucking like them. And my mum's like, you can't say that. I went, but it's true.
I was talking to somebody about that yesterday. See, at eulogies and all that, I'll be doing my dad's, mate, fucking hilarious. You hear me the way me and my dad talk about his eulogy. My dad's like, no, he's fucking nuts. And we talk about it quite a lot. And I've got to go up, and I will not say one good thing about my dad's eulogy, and he knows that. You know what I mean? But there's a thing. See, when people got up, my mate Alec done it. He was up at we shared. I said, we Alec, tell everybody, he's a pain in the arse. Everybody's saying he was a pain in the arse sometimes, and you never get enough of that funerals. People just go like, we're all here. He was dead funny, and it was bad. And they're like, he was an arsehole sometimes, but we loved him. Do you know what I mean? But
it was like, it's like certain people there was some folk that maybe died and they were an absolute cunt and a bully and a batter and a drug dealer, and they go, that's a sin, isn't it? And I went, well,
such a man, fuck, I mean, bow your head.
It's such a tragedy that somebody made at least 20 people's life a misery on a daily basis. It's not here anymore. I am dead sad about it. Or it's, I didn't like him, but I feel it for his mother. You don't need to feel fuck all for anybody. It's nothing to do with you.
Let them feel it. I was going to say that I always bum them up, but then I was thinking about dead bodies and bumming a dead body.
For fuck's sake, you man! I've just had a fucking vision of you shagging a skeleton.
No, there would need to be meat on it. I'm scared. Well, here's a question to you. Where is it going on a skeleton?
What? No, I just seen the pump in the back here. I'm sure you've pumped plenty of things you could be feel.
Just bones. If that's the case, you could go and get 7 bits of wood and just wire in.
I'm going the barber's flare.
No, there would need to be some dead flesh on it for me.
Oh,
No, that congealing flesh.
shut up, you wee clatty, and get your hair cut and get shaved.
I'm going for a haircut tomorrow.
Aye, it's doing man not in now.
As far as the shaving goes, how long is that I've been doing? I had to cut it a wee bit.
The last show I was on with you were doing my nut in with it because it was getting like that. And then I spoke to you, and that's why I didn't video call you the last time. I says, because I don't want to see his face, because it'll fucking annoy me because he still not get his hair cut or shaved.
Somebody said a cracking thing there. Somebody just said, that's what makes the bones white. That's a great comment. At least you all know it's just fucking, this is nonsense. This isn't real life, man. It's no.
We don't think that in fucking. I mean, I do think when I don't like somebody and somebody tells me, I've got to the age and I just go, all right. Whereas years ago I'd go, what are you telling me for? Did they fucking like them when they were alive?
Kirsty, your hat up, Kirsty. That was good, man. No,
what did you say it again? What did she say?
What makes the bones white? Shagging skeletons. It's just, I mean, see that, and even I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, Kirsty, that's a bit mental.
Aye, that's the same as you fucking standing there fucking dissecting my dad's death as if I was rereading the fucking inquest.
And look, sticking to the ribs, Ronnie, necrophiliac. Do you know what I mean? And then, look, that's lovely. Helena comes in and says, hope you're good, guys. Helena just missed the last
Helena, it's no Helen, it's Helena.
Helena, we're all right, Helena, we were just discussing shagging dead bodies.
Aye, and how what hole you're going to put a skeleton, where you got to put your Dobie in a skeleton. So it's just to catch up, fans. So, Gordon, did you have your wedding at Ibrox?
Gordon, I'd imagine Gordon would definitely get married at Ibrox, wouldn't he?
Aye. See, I used to always just shout King Billy was something that I can't say now because it's not politically correct, but King Billy and my uncle would go, oh, you bastard! I was like, you didn't know. How do you know?
There's a point there, right? This is going to, I don't know if I've got...
Exactly, Tracy.
Shut your face, Tracy. I don't know if I've got time for this, but I'm going to throw it out there. Moira says, my dad died the same week as Diana, and she was raging watching cunts greeting who had never even met her. Remember when Diana died, the whole country was sad. But what happened there was, it wasn't her they were sad about, right? It was what they thought she represented and what she was. She was like, they knew she was quite troubled and got a lot of shit and had issues and all that. So people felt sorry for her, and when she died, they felt that it was unfair. So it wasn't exactly her, it was what they thought she was. But
and she was a nice bitch. I never liked the royal family. I've never liked them, even when I was wee. I was like, why am I going to grow up and pay tax for some cunt to sit in a fucking big palace when I can't even afford with the fucking wages I earn to fucking put my fire on? So why the fuck am I paying tax for this cunt? That's what I used to think. And I'd say the same about anybody else. It's not down to the Queen because I'm no Catholic, I'm no Protestant. We weren't anything. Do you know what I mean? But when I seen the big outcry, and the same as when everybody was saying, oh, let's watch the royal wedding. I don't even like going to my family wedding. Why the fuck do I want to watch one that takes 4 hours?
I've never understood people watching other people's weddings. I don't like going to a wedding. It's a long day.
I hate it, man. I can't be fucked with it. And then you're going, wasn't that when you were pumping his fucking brother last week? Now you're saying, I do. Shut up.
I just know that's an experience you've had. That's somebody you know that's done that. Listen to this.
I've been to hundreds of weddings where I'm sitting going, you love him last week. You tell me you fucking don't know if you even want to marry him. What are you talking about?
That and no. Listen, Flem says shagging skeletons away in Gee's piece. Better half with a watermelon.
It's juicy. It'll be probably wet.
Right, it's just right. And then that lassie food.
How's that disgusting, Ronnie? How's that any more disgusting than shagging a skeleton?
No, because what she's going to have to do, right? She's a female, and I'm using the pronouns she. She's going to have to go and get herself a device strapped to her to go at the watermelon. Because either that, she's just going to rub it till it goes on fire.
Aye, but she was actually just talking about guys having a watermelon, no her trying to shag a watermelon, you wee dickhead.
Right, okay. What did you say? What was that all about?
What?
What's going on there with the insults? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I actually addressed it the other day there. I actually only have these insults when I'm running about you, so I think I'll get Ronnie Tourette's.
Ronism. So that lassie is asking where we are in Scotland. Brenda said, where are you in Scotland? I'm in Glasgow.
I'm in Saltcoats, Ayrshire.
No, Brenda, she's in Saltcoats. No Saltcoats.
Ayrshire.
She's in Ayrshire. She's in Ayrshire, down there where the money is. He's mingling with the money. I know, right? Okay, Flem, I get it. She was talking about me. You're fanny. Yeah, even she's called me a fanny.
It's catching. Brilliant.
Calling her fanny.
What did she say? Say it again.
She says, I know I was talking about you, you fanny.
Brilliant. Everybody, right, Ronnie's a fanny and run up my fucking ribs, dickhead. You know what I mean? That could be the outgoing. From Sheffield. Somebody
went to Ayr on their honeymoon. Yeah, what? Oh, no, it was her parents. Oh, right, okay.
Oh, right, aye.
Brenda, come on. What the hell?
Where did they go? Haven to see Bradley Bear?
Yeah. My mum and dad went there on their honeymoon. See, when I lived in Canada, I used to go to anywhere you go and you speak. I remember in McDonald's one day, and somebody's like, "Oh my God, you're from Scotland." I was like, "I'm from Glasgow." And she said to her, "This is true." My husband, John, he's from Glasgow. You know Scott? What's that city? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm Scotland. Do you know Scott?
She did go to Haven.
She went to Haven. Oh, for fuck's sake. Was that before? Then it was Butlins.
Away kids, my pish flaps, lol, aye.
Kirsty, what's going on with you? That was
her. Away kids, my what?
That was her that said, that's why the skeletons are white.
Ah, right. She's also meant to say kiss, but she wrote kids, so now she just looks like a pedo.
I knew you just look dodgy. You're asking kids your nether regions. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Get a grip. So, it's 21:42. So, listen to this. Oh, mate, I've not told you this. I meant to say to you, in a couple of weeks' time, when I'm on the radio on Sunny Govan, I'm going to go on live, but so we can phone on it. So I'm going to Zoom you and nae swearing. I've got a dump button. I don't want to have to use it.
Listen, I don't say, this really annoys me. I've been in hundreds of interviews and I've been on TV and I've been no swear.
Let me finish, because I'll need it for me, because it's dead hard. But anyway, we're on 4 o'clock to 6, and it'll be starting on a Monday, and it'll just be like for people going in for the work, and I'm just going to talk nonsense, play music, phone you up, we'll talk earlier, and what we'll do is see whatever's happened at the weekend. We need to have I want you to pick a good time and a bad time for the weekend. Or just tell me what was good and what was bad, right? Just for a wee 5 minute slot.
Right.
We'll tune in and then we can talk. Because Billy Peel going on, we're going to just have a wee chat.
Okay.
Well, what's happening with the dogs? Kirsty, it's not your phone, it's your fingers. As Dee gets up, the mother.
I think he's just dreaming. But anyway, so what you up to this week?
I've just finished my radio show for tomorrow night. That's done. Well, I finished it earlier. So I've got that tomorrow night and climbing mountains on Sunday. Oh, aye. On Sunday. Hello, Dee. How you doing? You all right, Dee?
All right, mate.
That's about me and my radio thing. That'll be quite good. So I'm climbing mountains on Sunday. And coming in at number 1 on this week's chart, Dee Maxwell with I Love You, Baby.
I remember on Sunday be back after the mountains and time to do your show at 10.
I shall. Right, so I do that Sunday. Do you know what? I'll need to send you and we'll talk about it Sunday. I need to talk about.
Say, this isn't a fucking phone call, mate. Or fucking you're going, oh wait, can I tell you this before I get off the phone?
Listen, I'll speak to you about it later.
Right. So I'm going to work tomorrow, and then on Saturday I'm going to work again, and then I never need to go to work again ever because I haven't in my notice.
Good. If you're not happy in it, if it's causing you stress,
no, it's just too stressful. It's no anything to do with the people. I just don't like who I am when I'm there. It turns me into a horrible person, and I fucking hate people. I hate working with people, and it's not because I individually hate any of the people. I just hate working with them collectively. I don't like having to teeter to folks' fucking nervous system because they don't like what I've said, or when I was depressed, I was called moody, no depressed. I'm like, get to fuck. I do my job. Don't annoy me. If you don't like the way I talk to you, don't talk to me.
Do you know what I think in this carry on, this lockdown and all that? A lot of people have more time to themselves, right?
Aye.
Here's a weird thing, right? I was out the day, right, in furniture shops. How come that you can't buy a couch anywhere? Believe it or no, couches are like on a 12-week waiting list because they're all sale.
Because everybody's sitting in their arse watching Netflix. The same as the hot tub. You can't get a hot tub now till like next year.
Right, so this is my point. People have been sitting in, right? They've sat in the house, or they're sat about, and they've not got outside to work. You're sat and you go, right, your world's got a wee bit weird. So you're like, wait a minute, that needs fixed. I need a new couch. That needs done. But you've also been like that to yourself. After 2 weeks, right, what will I do? And then you think, I don't like that job I'm in. Because you feel yourself de-stressing. Well, if your job takes you about a week or two and then you just come back down and you're like, wait a minute, I'm all right. And then you realise when you come out it, you don't realise how bad it is until you're out of something. It's like a relationship.
My anxiety was only getting so bad. What they know I'm anxious because I know I'm going to work tomorrow. So my anxiety is getting so, but it's no personal to the work, and I don't want to say because I actually work with decent folk and they're all right. It's me. I can't cope with it. I don't like different personalities. I don't like having to compromise or shut my mouth if somebody annoys me, and that's just what's expected when you work in a team. Whereas I'm like, ah, fuck you saying shut your fucking mouth and don't talk about me when I'm not there. You know what I mean? So I don't like who I am. It's nothing to do with the people in the work. It changes me into a crab. I'm good at my job and I'm brilliant with the public, but I don't like who I am. I wouldn't like to work with me.
No, that's,
you know what I mean?
I think if you're in something in a job like right, see if you're like that for more than 2 or 3 weeks, then you need to start thinking, oh, this is no good. But then on the other hand, you need the money, man.
It's the money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked it as well, but it's the money as well. But it's just because my comedy's dead demanding now. And obviously I'm not making money for the comedy, but I've also now got other things that the youth work, and that's why I've started doing my readings as well, so that I can compensate for that, because it was horrible. I actually felt suicidal going to my work, and that's just no good.
Where would you kill yourself if you were at your work and you were going to do it?
Where would I do it? I would do it in the sauna.
Really?
Nice and warm.
Aye, but then, all right, man. So people are going to come and find you in the sauna. Wow.
Aye, I hope it's one of the folk that I'm leaving. Hope it's one of the 2 cunts that I really don't fucking like, that I'm not including in the fucking big circle of all right cunts. Hope it's one of these cunts that fund me.
No, you have always got to take it back to yourself. You can't blame me why you're acting on that.
No, it's me. It's me. I'm just no good at that environment. I'm not good at people talking down to you. And when you're in hospitality, people come in and people are cunts. Even though there's COVID going on, there's still, even before COVID, there's always people that talk to you like they're your servant or they're your minion. I don't let my mum talk to me like that, so I'm not letting some fucking arsehole that probably earns half the money I do think he's better than me.
Is that the breath? Did you use your whole breath there?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, that. It's a skill.
But anyway, I love it, and I'll go back to visit. I can't wait to go back and stay in it and go and see them and do social events with all the lassies that I'm dead pal with. It's just I just don't like the structure. I don't like people telling me what to do, and I don't like having to bite my tongue with folk that are cheeky to me when I want to go like that. See if you ask me like that again for a fucking pill that you've paid 45 quid for, I'll wrap it round your neck and choke you fucking idiot. See, you know what I mean? But then you just go, yes, would you like to slap me again? Would you like another towel? You fucking arrogant prick. You know what I mean?
See your language in front of me, Wayne's behind you. That's atrocious. And also
character building. But anyway,
I'll tell you, see, in a fortnight, you bring a fucking towel and you don't swear on my radio show, alright?
I am never sworn any radio show. Shut your face. Anyway. I've been Dee Maxwell, you've been a cunt, see you later.
A cheeky bastard.
Ken!
He's sleeping. I hope you go and hurt yourself tonight.
Hi, Ken. Ken! I know we've ran over and you've probably fell asleep, but you need to end the show.
I think he's sitting in his living room, right? He's just sitting there watching TV because the footy's on. He's watching the Champions League football, and he doesn't give a fuck about you, Dee.